expected as of now.
Thank you.
Well, let's move on then. AMI Organics, that one, has been buzzing around of late. Over the weekend, they announced its foray into the semiconductor space. The company has acquired majority space in the specialty chemicals maker, Baba Fine Chemicals. Mr. Naresh Patel, the executive chairman and managing director of the company, joins us on the show. Hi, Mr. Patel. Thanks so much for joining in. Well, you could fill us in with a couple of details. I'm looking at it as of the last year. This company that you're acquiring did around 47 crores of revenues. What is the peak revenue potential in this particular company, if you could tell us that? And also, back of the envelope margins appears it's a very, very high margin business. Could you tell us what were the margins achieved in the past year and how you see this going ahead? I think you're on mute, sir. Could you unmute yourself?
I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much for inviting us on your channel, for putting ourselves in front of the people. Basically, this acquisition is in line with our strategy to enhance our fine chemical portfolio. And both Baba Fine Chem and AMI Organics has a very good product profile, grown very well, and that make us grow in the future. Baba Fine Chem last year revenue was this FY23 stated revenue somewhere around 47. But you know that semiconductor industry is a very entry barrier industry. It will be a very difficult to enhance and put your product inside. So AMI Organic has decided to see that if there is opportunity available which can shorten our time to put our chemistry and our product in the system. So this is how we find Baba Chemical is a good partner. But the profitability in Baba Fine Chem is good because the semiconductor is a very high pure material where you can have a very less competition, and that you have a little bit leverage.
Right. Mr. Patel, you've given us a detailed release actually, and quite a bit of what you're saying has been mentioned out there. So we're looking for a couple of numbers. Revenues have moved from around 26 crores to around 47 crores in the last 2 years. Where do you see this revenue number move to? And EBITDA margins as well. You're running a little short on time pre-market, so that's why we're asking you this.
Okay, so revenue can be easily go up to 5-6 fold in next 3-4 years, and margin will be a little bit suppressed, but it will not be that less as what we are in chemical industries. So this is where we can able to say like that.
So margin is more than 20%. What is it? I mean, what is the margin on this acquired asset?
It will be remain in 40% around.
40% margin.
40% in the acquired asset. All right. Will you be looking at investing more in this company and taking it up to 100% stake at any point in time?
Yeah, basically Baba Fine Chem was run by 3 scientists, and they had done a very great job and developed 30-40 molecules, and currently they are only selling 4-5 molecules. So it's a very big, strong pipeline is already there. So we need to invest.
Mr. Patel, I'm asking you, will you be putting in more money and raising your stake to 100% in the company?
Yeah, that is in a near future, that will be the plan. Currently, we are happy with the controlling stake, and we want to operate it with our strength of operation. And later on, sooner or later, we will go to have a better positioning in the company.
Mr. Patel, you said that revenues can grow 5-6 fold in the next few years. But let's just drive it back to a slightly more basic question. What exactly are these sort of chemicals which they make, and who are the end customers of Baba Chemicals? Who do they supply this to?
Okay, so basically their main customers sitting in USA, and they are making photoresist and some other chemicals which are very specially used to make the PCB as well as the semiconductor base and all. So that is where the more applications are there. Also, by introducing ourselves in the system, we can also enhance and market with our current positioning in the world. We have more than 50 countries outlets, so we can also target Korea, Japan, Taiwan also parallel.
Okay, all right. A couple of questions here. You're saying that the revenue potential is 5-6 times, that is closer on 200 crores. Do you have to invest more money to, take this revenue potential up? If yes, how much is that? And also you mentioned that you all will look to increase stake from 55% to 100%. So at what valuation will that be done?
Okay, that is a future question, but currently the company is a dented-free company, a very cash-rich company, which is Baba Fine Chem, and it has self-sufficient for making the further investment. And if needed, then AMI will be happily take positioning in terms of investment. But currently, the company Baba Fine Chem can be sustained for next 1.5 years with their own.
So, what is the cash on the books currently, Mr. Patel?
Cash on the books is somewhere around 12 crore.
Okay. So, will you be using any of that cash, or will you be raising debt at any point in time to acquire more companies? Are you looking at any more acquisitions in the next 1 to 2 years?
Okay, so the cash on the book is for the Baba Fine Chem, I've told you, and for the our strategy is to enhance fine chemical segment in a different area. Like we have very good positioning ourselves in electronic, also in agro and cosmetic. Now we are also focusing on a polymer industry for making some polymer catalysts and also UV absorbers. So this is where we are working on in organic as enhancing fine chemical segments.
Okay, all right. Final question, Mr. Patel. I'm aware that you're in the silent period, so we don't want to ask you about Q4. But given that this acquisition comes into your fold in the second half of this year, you've been doing around 150, 160 crores per quarter. From the second half of this year, will you be delivering revenues in the vicinity of around 200, 210 crores per quarter?
See, basically, historically, we are growing at 20-25%, and that will be remain like that in our system. So anybody can easily derive the numbers.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining in and appreciate your thoughts. Thanks for telling us all about this acquisition. Well, that's AMI Organics. The market, by the way, is very quiet. So looks like we're going to open with a tinge of green on the screen. Biocon is up almost about 2.5%.